Friends, welcome back to Carrie's Kitchen. So as promised yesterday, I posted that today we are going to make everything pizza. A whole bunch of different versions and different kinds of pizza crust and pizza, all things pizza today. So I did make some homemade chicken dumpling soup earlier this morning because I have a few sick people. My husband and daughter are have like a GI bug. So I thought I would just make them my mom's famous homemade chicken dumpling soup. So check that video out if you're a fan of chicken soup. Feeds the soul, right? So, and I apologize for the shirt I was wearing earlier today because I did not realize what the shirt said. It was my husband's shirt and it's my painting shirt, so I plan on painting my kitchen cabinets today, and so I just put it on because it's just kind of my painting junk shirt, and it's one he doesn't wear anymore. It doesn't fit him, and I completely not realize what it said, so I apologize if that offended anybody. That was not my intention. I really truly did not know what it said. So now you all are gonna have to go check out that video because maybe some of you didn't notice, but it was pretty obvious, like when I'm cooking, and it was like right here, and so I apologize. I'm very embarrassed, but it's my painting shirt, and I thought it matched well. This is my dad's hat I'm wearing today, this Duck Commander hat. So anyways, I apologize. So I am going to be painting my kitchen cabinets. They're kind of like this off cream color, if you can kind of tell in the video. I know the lighting's bad with our window, but I'm painting them white, like an ultra white, because I've always dreamed of having a nice, beautiful white kitchen. I think it makes everything brighter and more open. So that is what I'm going to attempt to do today. So again, we are making everything pizza today. So I'm going to show you first all the different kinds of pizza crusts, right? Who doesn't love pizza? It's like the ultimate food that transcends all cultures, I feel like. You can have breakfast pizzas now and just all different kinds. It's really a blank slate that you can build upon and do it however you want. So a couple of options that we like in our home, I'm going to show you here, and I'm going to show you how to make a homemade from scratch pizza crust that's super easy, super basic, and will really do well. My beeper, little distractions. I think my bacon is done for one of the pizzas. So at first I'm just going to show you the crust. So I shared a while back about my mom used this hack of using tortilla shells as pizza crust. So this is an option too. It's a great option if you're trying to watch your carbs because it's not a lot of crust, and you can use these carb balance taco shells that they have out nowadays. So this is a whole wheat carb balance, just flour tortilla shell. So this is a really good option if you like thin crust versus the thicker, or if you're trying to watch your carbs and you don't like all that carbs and crust. This would be a great option. And you always have these in your pantry usually, so it's really nice. If you don't know what to make, take one of these out and make a quick little pizza for your kids or for you. You can make, a healthy version pizza, veggies or cheese and pepperoni for your kids. Again, the possibilities are endless. That's one option. Another one that my mom would do when we were kids growing up is the French bread, right? I don't know about you guys, but my mom would get French bread, and we'll cut this baby in half and make French bread pizzas. I remember her doing this as a kid too, so this is another great option. And this is only, what, $1.59 at the bakery, and it's fresh. Smells wonderful. So we'll just slice this in half, and you can make French bread pizzas. And you can do all different toppings, and then you can cut them length, like this wise, and everybody can have like a different kind of pizza when you load up the toppings. So this is a fun way to do it too, for parties too. This would be a great option to feed a lot of people. Another one that I have really been loving lately are the pita or the naan bread that you can get in the grocery store. These are really great options for pizza crust too. So I love the pitas and I love the naan, and for this I got the roasted garlic kind because I thought that would be delicious. Roasted garlic pizza crust, yum! And these are also really good to make sandwiches with, and you can do a lot of different things with the pitas and the naan bread. You can, you know, if you buy a pack, like there's 6 of these in here. So if you have a family big enough where you use them all up, that's great. If not, then these are great with sandwiches and other ways to use them too. And even on the back of this package, it shows options. Like you can do the pizza. These are really good as tacos. Right here shows a taco. Don't mind my kids fighting. Sophia! And then this is also like a sandwich version or a salad version. You can make them in the traditional Euro style type with it too. And then lastly, I'm going to show you how to make a homemade pizza crust. In the meantime, I have to go deal with my kids. I'll be back. All right, I'm back from having to deal with my children there. Sorry, pause, real life, right? Okay, so I was gonna show you how to make the last kind of pizza crust that we were going to do today, and it's the homemade pizza crust. And you guys, it's so easy, anybody can do it. It's foolproof, you will not mess up. And this dough will stay in your refrigerator. It makes 2 large pizza crusts. So you can use one and then put the other one in the fridge for the week. If later in the week or the weekend you want to make another one, then you have it. And it also freezes really well. So if you want to make it ahead of time, put it in the freezer, you can do that also. So, pause that thought. I have to check the bacon. Ooh, I'm getting a facial. A little bit more with the bacon. I like it. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to take it out now. It's not quite done, and that is what you want because you're going to be cutting up the bacon and putting it on top of pizzas, and so it's going to cook more. So you don't want to burn the bacon while the pizza's cooking, so you want to take off the bacon before it's fully cooked. Gotta love cooking. When you got a million things going on in your brain. So I just bake my bacon at 400 degrees, and I put a whole pack of bacon on there, and I put those cooling racks, those dripping racks, and that's how I cook my bacon, so then all the bacon grease can drop off and you don't get all that fat greasiness. So take it out before it's all the way cooked is a good idea. Okay, so back to the homemade pizza crust. So again, this makes a double batch. You're going to take 1.5 cups warm water, and then you're going to take 1 teaspoon of active yeast. And I have a teaspoon, or it's about half the packet if you want to eyeball it. So 1 teaspoon, and we're just going to sprinkle that. I know you guys probably can't see. And you just want to sprinkle it over the water. And you're just going to let this sit. Put this to the side, and you're just going to let that sit for a while and do its thing. Okay? And you can always roll up this yeast and use it later at another time. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I have my KitchenAid mixer out here. Any mixer will do. And now we're going to combine the flour. So you're going to want 4 cups all-purpose flour. So again, I have this nice 2-cup measuring cup. And so I'm just going to measure out 2 and then 4. So again, this makes 2 pizza crusts, so lots of flour. So we got 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And then it calls for a teaspoon of kosher salt. If you don't have kosher salt, it's okay. I'm just using my regular pink Himalaya salt. So you put a teaspoon of salt in there. And then it calls for the extra virgin olive oil. And it's going to call for 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil. So let me grab that. Pardon me, sorry about that. I thought I had everything ready, and I did not. So, we have the salt in here and 4 cups of flour. I'm going to put this on my mixer, and I'm using like the bread attachment. I think I use this one, or I use the cookie one. We'll see how this one works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see how it goes. All right. Wish I had a better angle, but my husband is busy down the basement, so we're going to wing it here. So pardon the camera. So I'm just going to measure out 1/3 extra virgin olive oil. I will tip it because I'm like the messiest cook alive. Okay, so now we're just going to put this on low and we're going to drizzle in the olive oil. Yeah, I don't think I like this one. I think I like the cookie attachment for it. Well, you know, it's okay to change your mind mid-recipe, right? That's what we do. So I'm going to do the cookie attachment. I think it just mixes well with the flour and the oil. Sorry for the noise. Alright, so we drizzled the olive oil in it, and then we're going to take the yeast water concoction. It's had time to sit and ferment, so we're just going to mix it. It's had time to do its thing, kind of rub the sides, because it likes to kind of stick and congregate on the sides. And you're just going to mix that up. And then we're going to pour this in while the mixture is going, and then it's going to come together into a ball, and that's what we want. So pardon the noise, I'm sorry. So here we go. And it's so cool to see it come together in a ball. That's why I like this attachment, because it scrapes the sides of the bowl really well. Gets all the flour. Get all that in there. And now it's forming and getting all sticky, which is what you want. And it's forming a ball. So I'm going to get a glass bowl. Bowl here, and you want to take your olive oil and you just want to drizzle it. Sorry, that's good enough. And you want to drizzle the bowl with some olive oil. Whew, a little too much, but that's all right. And you just kind of want to tip it around so it covers the bowl, because you don't want your dough sticking in here while it rises. So you just swoosh it around. And then I'll show you our sticky, nice dough that we have. So it kind of all comes together. It's all nice and sticky. That's what you want. So we'll just get this off the paddle here. And then kind of fold it in on itself so it makes a nice big ball. And that's what you want. You want one nice big ball. Let me lower this a little bit. Sorry for the hand. You can fold this a little bit, and there you have your nice pizza dough. So, and you don't want it to get dried out, so that's why we put the oil in here also. And you don't want it to stick, and you don't want it to dry out. So I'll give it one more swoosh. And then you drop it in there, and you turn it around in the oil, so it kind of coats the whole ball of dough. And you just kind of press it down in there, and there you have it. You have your homemade pizza crust. So really simple, guys. All it is yeast, water, flour, salt, and some olive oil, and you have homemade pizza crust. So, like I said, I put a little bit too much oil. I might dump a little bit of that out. And then all you want to do is put a tea towel over it, or paper towel wet down. You want to put it in a warm spot. So I'll probably put it on the back of my oven because I was cooking bacon and cooking soup, so it's nice and warm back there. I'll put a towel over it, and you want it to rise for about an hour or two. And this will rise and hopefully get as big as the bowl, and then we'll punch it out. And it makes 2 pizza dough, so I'll separate it, cut in half. One dough, I'll put it in the fridge for later, and then the other half we'll make homemade pizzas. So stay tuned for all the wonderful, delicious pizza concoctions that we're going to come up with.